Companion, released in January of this year, is a sci-fi thriller, horror, and dark comedy film directed by Drew Hancock that features an AI human companion named Iris, played by Sophie Thatcher, who is manufactured by a company named Empathix and is programmed to be endlessly loving, docile, and supporting. Jack Quaid's character, Josh Beeman, is a lonely, empathetic man who purchases Iris to be his quote-unquote girlfriend, and the two head out to a weekend getaway trip with friends at a secluded lake house, where things spiral out of control after Iris kills Sergei, the owner of the lake house, in self-defense, after he attempts to assault her. This film delves into various themes such as AI exploitation and how it reveals human cruelty, a woman's journey through toxic relationships, and the self-discovery and autonomy gained from liberation. Characters. Besides our protagonist Iris and antagonist Josh, there are 7 other characters in this film, starting with Kat and Eli, Josh's friends. Then there's Patrick, Eli's boyfriend, Sergei, Deputy Hendricks, and the empathic guys Teddy and Sid. AI exploitation reveals human cruelty. After killing Sergei, Iris is temporarily shut off and tied to a chair. Through a conversation with Kat and Eli, Josh reveals that Iris is jailbroken. Although AI human companions are sold with limitations to their aggression levels, so they won't hurt their owners, Josh bypasses this and uses it to his advantage when he turns up Iris's aggression levels to 100 and sends Sergei to provoke her, which was all part of his plan, forcing Iris to kill Sergei so they could blame it on her and split his money between his friends. Iris manages to escape, with the friends right behind her. Eli is the first to find her and attempts to shoot her, but she is able to get a hold of his gun and kills him instead. His boyfriend Patrick witnesses this. He's left traumatized after the death of his boyfriend and appears unresponsive when Josh orders him to get up and find Iris. During their conversation about splitting up the money, it's revealed that Patrick is also a human companion, who Josh uses to his advantage by establishing a love link, which is a romantic connection that is created between them, which causes Patrick to follow his every command. Josh messes with his aggression levels as well, which ultimately leads to Patrick hunting down Iris, killing Kat, Deputy Hendricks, and Sid, the empathic guy, along the way. This abuse of AI goes far beyond small acts that benefit the owner's desires. It spills into full-on wickedness, leading to the murders of many, all because of Josh's greed. After Patrick gets her back to the lake house, Josh lowers Iris's intelligence and orders her to shoot herself in the head. He calls up the empathic guys, and one of them, Sid, questions him about what happened. It's clear Josh's story is a complete lie, and Sid and Teddy wonder what the real reason for Iris's quote-unquote death was. Sid mentions that many people often purchase these human companions for target practice, which is a revelation that further highlights the cruelty of humans and the use of AI to satisfy evil pleasures. Women's journey through toxic relationships. As I mentioned earlier, Iris is programmed to be absolutely in love with Josh. Throughout the movie, we see just how one-sided this relationship really is. There's a very awkward sex scene, if you can even call it that, since it lasts barely a second. Still, Iris tries to make it a tender moment. She tells Josh she really enjoyed it and that she just wants the best for him, to make him happy. But he cuts her off mid-sentence and coldly tells her to go to sleep. Later, after taking a shower, we see Iris standing in front of the mirror, giving herself a pep talk, telling herself to smile and be happy. This moment powerfully reflects what many people experience in toxic relationships: the pressure to pretend everything is fine and to perform happiness even when they're deeply unhappy inside. There is also a conversation between Iris and Kat, where Iris mentions that Sergei seems really nice, but Kat opens up, revealing that Sergei actually has a wife. Iris is very confused because she thought Kat and Sergei were in love. Kat responds by saying that in order for Sergei to love her, he'd have to see her as a human being, not just an accessory. This moment reveals that both Kat and Iris are treated the same way by men in their lives, as objects of pleasure rather than as people. Despite Kat being human and Iris being a robot, they both share the female experience of being objectified and used. Self-discovery and liberation. After Josh forces Iris to shoot herself in the head, the Empathix team shows up to collect her body. But then it's revealed that Iris's version of her brain is actually located in her stomach, not her head. This twist gives her a second chance at life. She returns to the lighthouse, kills Josh, and walks away to start a new life. For the very first time in her life, Iris is able to make a choice that isn't dictated by her programming or her owner's control. Connections to other sci-fi films. After its release, many were quick to point out the similarities between Companion and 2014's Ex Machina. Both films center on a female-presenting humanoid robot who is created solely to serve a male owner. In each story, the robot manages to escape the control of her creator and ultimately gains autonomy over her own life. 2001: A Space Odyssey also shares similarities with Companion, with both Kubrick and Hancock's film featuring AI robots who murder the humans accompanying them. And to make some connections to the stories we have read in class, this movie reminds me of the short story We Can Remember It For You Wholesale. Both stories deal with memory implantation, even though the situations are different. Those implanted memories are very important to both Iris and Quail, since they shape how they see themselves and their identity. Another story that really came to mind while watching Companion was Reason by Isaac Asimov. In both stories, there's a moment where the robots question where they came from. Cutie and Iris both struggle with the idea that they were just made by humans, but they're self-aware enough to challenge that and make their own choices. To wrap things up, Companion really shows how messy things can get when humans use AI to serve their own selfish and harmful desires. It's not just about robots or futuristic tech, it's about how easily people can cross ethical lines when there's no one to stop them. One of the most disturbing parts of the film is how the women in this movie are abused, such as Iris and Kat, who are used, controlled, and eventually killed. This film makes you think, if this is where AI is heading, how do we make sure we don't lose our humanity along the way? We need better policies and more awareness around how AI is developed and used. It's moving really fast, and if we're not careful, it could be shaped by our worst instincts instead of our best intentions. Companion might just be a sci-fi movie, but its message hits close to home. It's a reminder that the future of AI isn't just about what it can do. It's about what we choose to do with it. And this is my sources slide. I mainly, of course, use the actual movie as my source, but I also use these articles that consists of reviews and also other people's points of views about connections to other films such as Ex Machina, and it was a great help. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. And in case I have to upload this to YouTube, this is for my science fiction class, and my name is Ashley. Bye!